This year marks 25 years that DOT and DPS have partnered in our annual hurricane reconnaissance. The route recon is where DOT and DPS, we team up and identify any kind of critical problems along the evacuation routes, whether it be signage, infrastructure, developments, anything like that.
It takes about 8 solid days because we have it divided into 8 different routes, if you will. It's about 1,500 or 1,600 miles, and it's about a 10 or 11 hour day for 8 days.
So these routes start in all the coastal regions of South Carolina, from Beaufort all the way up to North Myrtle Beach, and they take all traffic from the coastal area into the Midlands, approximately 100 miles.
First of all, obviously we're looking for the signs to make sure that they haven't been knocked over. Sometimes the mowers will knock these signs over. Unfortunately, they still wind up in college dorm rooms and other places as souvenirs. So we want to make sure, first of all, the signs are there. We also have a plan that these signs have a 10-year shelf life. We have a barcode on the back of them, and at the end of 10 years, they're on a cycle plan to be replaced. So that's one of the things, first and foremost. The other thing is we're looking at lane capacity. Has there been a new neighborhood erected along an evacuation route that says maybe 1,500 or 2,000 homes in it? So we know that's going to add additional traffic. The other thing we look for, and we've had 2 this year, are bridges on hurricane evacuation routes that are due to be replaced or repaired. So we're having to look at alternate routes. What we want to do when we identified these 35 evacuation routes are, first of all, we knew that they can handle the volume of traffic in their given area over there. The thing about it is educating the public. If you live in Horry County in a specific area, knowing that your evacuation route is US 501, so you don't try to go somewhere else. We're trying to, in layman's terms, if you will, equitably distribute traffic on these evacuation routes where one's not overused and one's underutilized.
The hurricane planning meetings are where we go to. We have 5 hurricane regions along the coast and inland, and we go to those meetings and coordinate and collaborate with the local agencies and discuss and make sure everything's aligned appropriately with everybody, and that way everybody's on the same page whenever the evacuation does have to take place. The evacuation exercise is one where we test our abilities and make sure that we are doing everything we should to make sure that people get from the coast inland safely. Training is very important. As the old saying is, practice makes perfect. It's to make sure all of our people work seamlessly together and make sure that there are no hiccups when it comes down to game time, whenever the evacuation inevitably is going to happen. If this wasn't pre-planned, it would lead to gridlocks. It would lead to a lot of people not being able to make it inland and a lot of people being stuck.
Unfortunately, we'll have another storm. It's not a matter of if, it's when in South Carolina. Watch the governor's press conference. Watch the state agency leaders stand up there in unification and being able for them to get a complete understanding of what the governor's message is and the questions that are answered from the Emergency Management Division, the DPS, the DOT as well. That should give them a relief and a sense of understanding of how serious we take this.
We've been doing this for 25 years now. We run like a well-oiled machine. You can have confidence knowing that we practice this, we plan for this, and that when it comes game time, that we will make sure that they get safely from the coast to the Midlands.